Hi guys, so welcome back to my Canva training, and today I'm going to talk about how to create a media kit in Canva. So lots of people have asked me about this, and I thought I would just show you guys step by step. So first things first is I'll just show you a little snippet of mine so you can see how mine's laid out. So here's my media kit. I'll just blow it up a little bit. It's not actually up to date typically, but it shows you a rough idea of what I have on mine. I have a block in here that I put in and out because that's the bit that I update with all my page views and things on it. So as you can see, mine is just, I've used my blog header. As you can see, it's not up to date because it's got the old tagline. I made a little box in Canva of some of the brands that I'd worked with to get them, obviously not all by any stretch, but just to give an idea. I put my TOTS badge in, a couple of award badges in, which is just done literally by dropping the image on top. So you could literally just go, you know, any old image, and you could just drop it in and resize it as if it, you know, if it was your badge. And it's quite straightforward really, it's just in blocks of text. So this is the one I've just set up. So I just thought I'm going to have it, you know, just like this, blocks of text, a little introduction, everything's just dropped on. My logo is just uploaded and then dropped into it, you can see it there, and clicked on to, you know, to whatever size I wanted it. Yeah, I could take it right the way across and push it up, but then that means I've got a bit less space. So I decided just to have it like this, my URL, all the instructions. This isn't really going to be how to create one as in what to put in it. It's just, I've got headers there, text, and then all I do then, really simply, is when I want to update it, I have a block in here with all my stats, and I can just go in and literally just change a couple of words, and obviously I've saved it up here so that it's really obvious when I send it to brands. I don't need to rename it, and I can download it as a PDF or PDF to print or standard. If you were putting it on your blog, you'd still leave it as a PNG file, unless you had a print option. And basically that's how I did it. So I've just got lots of little blocks there, and you know, I probably will, this has been my media kit for years, so I probably will give it a bit more of a professional revamp, but it's got all the main sections in there, and it's not done me too badly so far. So what I want to also show you is, so for a media kit you can either use an A4 layout, or sometimes presentation, or a resume. It depends what you think gives you the right look for your media kit. So I've just gone into here, and you know, this would be a good start. So this is to show me that it has 2 pages, but you don't have to include 2 pages. You can just use 1 page, and you can see how it, when you click on it, it opens up this other thing. So you might choose that, you know, you might, if you have a 2-page one, you might think, okay, well, I want 2 pages because I want that. I think a media kit's better on 1 page, but that's just personal, you know, personal choice. So you can see how we'll just start with this one. It's really basic, clean design. Might not be your colours, but you can just, as with all of the Canva elements, if you click on it to make the black box go around it, you can just change the colour up here to anything you want. So you, again, click on it to the little dotted box goes around it, and you could change that. Actually, let's just put your blog name, and then you can see you can just, what is it a fashion blog, or obviously the content depends on what you want to put in your media kit. This is just design, and you can see the great thing about starting with a template is it gives you some of these elements. So all this is it's a frame, but if you don't know where you're looking in here, what you should do is you go in here, and it's there's lots of things here that you can find, and basically it's something similar to that you've dropped on. It looks odd because it's not got a picture over it. So you can use these frames. It's actually it's actually that frame that they've used there, you can see. So what you'd do to recreate this is you'd just pick that frame and resize it, and the only reason it looks different is because they've literally put their picture in it. So all you have to do to get the same thing is to find, well, any old picture, but obviously a personal picture would look better for. So say this was from something else, that was another thing I did there, Zoella's on there. So let's just take a picture of me and just hover it over, and you can see how it shows what it's going to show in that little box, in the little circle. And then if I thought, actually, I want that to be a bit different, I just double click, and then I can drag it out and move it down if I just wanted more of my head in, if I wanted like me to be bigger. And then, so I might think that's actually okay, and then I'd okay that. So basically you don't need to, I'm just showing you how you do this if you haven't got that already set up. All you need to do in this case is drag the picture that you like over the top of that circle, and it will disappear into that circle. You might decide to leave it at that, or you might decide to make it a little bit bigger, how we just did earlier. And then save. And then obviously you just change your name, you'd put all your details in, you could put your blog logo there. So all that they've done is literally just dropped a logo on, so I can just drop mine on in its place. Get the black boxes and then move it over here. So this obviously is quite a minimalist one. And you can see how those lines, that shows you that that circle is exactly the same size as my logo now. So if I wanted it all to be lined up, which is the good thing about Canva, it's really clever at helping you line things up. So you could write about, this would be an ideal one actually for someone that's just getting started, because it looks super professional, but there's not a lot of space to fill in terms of, it spreads it out in a nice way. So you're not there thinking, oh, what can I write about, because I haven't worked with a lot of brands or anything like that. And then you literally just use these icons, just go in and change it to how many followers you've got, unless you've got 12 million Facebook followers. And then you're all good to go really. If you didn't want that icon, you can just delete it and then think, okay, we've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. What else do I need? I'll just go and have a look at the icons. So I'll go to Elements, Icons, Social Media. I want to go to Illustrations. I don't really know what I'm missing because I can't think straight, but let's think we're missing maybe, oh, we could do like an email thing, couldn't we? Can't find. So let's say, let's just put a letter. No, not that kind of letter. It's because there's no one sends letters anymore. Oh, we could use that. So you can use that over here, and then you can resize it down. It might not work because it might be a bit bigger than all the others, but make it teeny weeny, and then put it in line. It has to go teeny weeny to get in line because it's a bit higher, but you can see it's roughly in line there with the other ones. And you can, yeah, you can actually change that. So you've got the dots around it, and I could change that to the black that everyone else's things are. There you go, and we've got this many email subscribers. So that's I think that's a nice way of being able to swap things in and out, but keep the main. So you could do a media kit in like 5 minutes with this. So I think that's quite a good template. And we'll just check and see if there's any more templates that we can use. Actually, I'm going to stay and just see whether there was any more. So that's one idea. Here's another one that could be a template for a. So just replace. So this might be like a portfolio thing, but there's no reason. That's obviously a price thing, but there's no reason why this couldn't turn into being a media kit for your blog. And they've just used a frame that has a white line around it, and that's one of the options. But it works in exactly the same way. That's looks like it's a media kit for fitness people. So that could be more up your street if you wanted a kind of really pared down one. And there's so many here that you can just, it's done all of the hard work for you. So that's a cool one. So this could be like a fashion blogger, and it's exactly the same thing. You could just put your image over that, change the text, just click on it, change the colours if you didn't quite like the colours, add in your own details, and you'd be good to go. So many options here that are proper media kit. Look, pastel hipster blogger media kit, and that's looks like quite a good food blogger one. And most of these are like 2 pages, but it's up to you whether you have it as 2 or 1 page. It's just rendering a little bit there. So I mean, that's a lovely eye-catching. That looks super professional. Obviously they've got their stats and awards on the next page. I think you can probably be forgiven if it's very sparse on the front page to have all your, but I'd want to work with that person. That looks lovely. And there's plenty, it just goes on and on. There's another one. That's pretty cool. I think you could adapt this one to be quite funky, just by going in and literally click on taking off what you don't want and swapping it out for your own details. So that's basically how you create a media kit in Canva, and I hope that's been helpful to you today.